Now let's see what is the relational data. What is this kind of data sets and how this kind of data helps us to featureize something to our required tasks. So let's try to understand through an examples. Suppose let's take I am taking an e-commerce examples that will be better for better understanding. Suppose so the first thing that in if you just think like Amazon India as an examples. So in Amazon India, there have some various kind of databases. So like these databases, one database is like a customer database means in that database they have stored some about informations of some customers like customer address, customer pin code, customer browsing history, like that kind of thing. So just it's simple. I think these tables is a customer data, the customer tables. In such tables, the company are stored some informations about the customers. This is a customer table. And in this table, they had stored the customer ID and the some customer like address or zip code. Like it will be zip code. And let also they have some another databases, another data tables. Okay. In these tables, let these tables is the customer viewing data tables. These tables let customer viewing data tables. Means suppose these tables will be look like this. In one column there have the customer ID, in another column there have some product ID, like another column there have some how many times the customer have watched on this product, like time, how many times the customer has engaged his time on that particular product. That's the tables that gives us this kind of answer. Look like and there have another tables. Suppose they have another table. Suppose let it's the purchase tables. Purchase tables means purchase data. It will be purchase data. In such kind of data, there have various kind of corresponding. In this data table, there are various kind of data like and the corresponding customer ID, which customer, and what is this product ID, and how many times they have they have visited on the corresponding product and how many times they have buy it is buy or not, this kind of purchase data, buying table, how many times they have bought a single product. That's tables are actually meaning of this product. Okay, this is the customer ID and this is the corresponding product ID, how many times they have buy it, and suppose it will better if we take it here date, how many times, here it will be date or time. Okay, and there may have another type of tables. Suppose let this is the product table, product data, and this data is taking account the what is the product ID, product ID, what is this type of this product, means what is kind of descriptions, what is the title, like type, what is the type of this kind of product. Okay, various kind of what is the description. Okay, like that, this is the simple product table. Just see it, see the each tables corresponding on this. Suppose it is a single databases. Okay, these tables are stored in a single databases. Just see this data, each data set, which is a single data, it is a single data, it is a data set, it is a data set. So here the customer ID, here also they are have this customer ID. Based on this customer ID, it is called the relational through this. Okay, relationalities. If when we learn the MySQL language in detail, then we have then you will see how much these things are actually applicable on the real world data, the real world applications. Then we will see this thing. Okay, these things just its tables there have some relations. Just see these two tables: customer ID and the corresponding product ID. They have these relations. Now see these three tables: product ID. There have the relations product ID. Okay, I think you got the each tables have there some relations. Then the relations columns corresponding the related column is called the primary key column. Okay, we will see these things in detail in my SQL chapters, but don't be confused about it. Suppose this is a examples just that the data that are collected by the some e-commerce website like Amazon, Flipkart, etc. Okay, so these things are called the these tables, these data sets are called the relational databases. These tables are called the relational databases. Like relational databases like MySQL is most popular one in today's world, and another one is Oracle and SQL Server, like that. Like these are the relational databases that we have used. And in these course, in this chapter, means in this channel, we are discussing this MySQL language in details. How these things are actually, how these MySQL language are actually useful in the real case studies. You'll see this thing in details. So don't be confused. Just try to understand the intuitions behind these things. Just try to understand the geometrical concept first. After understanding these things, we'll go to its implementations part. Okay. Sure. Now just we have collected this data. Now let's clarify about tasks. So through these tasks, let's try to understand these things. Suppose let's our task is suppose let our task is here are predict. We have to predict if a customer would purchase a product in next 7 days or not. That's our task that we have to do. Okay, our task is predict if a customer would purchase a product in next 7 days or not. Or not. That's the task. That's the answer we have to give. We have to build some algorithms that will give some answers from this data set using this data set. So let how we will this doing this job. Okay. So first thing, so if you just convert this, if you just try to convert some in another thing in another language, means in the language of machine learning, if you converted these sentences in the language of the machine learning, then these tasks we have to do. Task is we have given a customer ID, we have a customer ID, and as well we have a product ID. Now our task thing we have to give some output, means 0 or 1. If this customer interested to buy this product on next 7 days, then we will give the output 1, means yes, means yes. If this algorithms give the output 0, then it says that it is no, it's not interested. Okay, don't buy. Okay, that's the thing that we have to do. So let's see how we're doing this job. So suppose let's be a specific task. Suppose let's a customer we will they are interested to buy a some television, some TV. They have interest to buy in if just try to understand these things in a like a common sense. Try to understand in yourselves. If you a customer something, sometimes if you a customer and if you're interested to buy some televisions on some e-commerce website, okay, what will doing in such scenario? You some visited on that product many times, not only a specific company. You will visited various kind of company. You will read the reviews, you will read the descriptions, means you will engage your maximum times on that particular product, okay, on a particular page. That's the simple. Everyone are doing this job. So the first thing that we have to do, there have various features. So first most important feature, suppose let's most important, F1 there have one features, F2 there have one features, F3 there have one features, like that, they have, suppose let's FM features we have built corresponding a product. The first features is, what is this? This features is means the first, if you just use the common sense, first is the number of times the corresponding customer ID viewed the product page in 24 hours. How many times this customer are visited or viewed this corresponding product in last 24 hours. That's the first kind of criteria. It means common sense this thing. So the number of times the customer ID visited the product page page in 24 hours. That will be one kind of features. And also there have another features, like you can think these things like in that way. These features would be look like this type. So these features will be another second important feature. The number of times, means if they have interest to, suppose at these examples we have taken the televisions examples, means they also interest to related televisions examples. Suppose let's here interest to buy some specific company. Suppose let's have interest to buy some VU TV 55 inch. This somehow they have interest to buy this thing. Okay, so when they have decided to buy, so not only they have visited on particular VU TV page, they also visited some related product page. Means they have related TVs on the LG TV, and on related like Samsung TV, like it will be Sony. This page also they have visited. So this is also means the TV. This is the related product on this corresponding page. Okay, so they have decide first. It's just like through a mobile. If you are interested to buy some mobile, you will decide some. I will interest to buy this company XYZ company's mobile phone on the particular range. Okay, so at the time of buying, you are not visited the same on that particular company's mobile. You also visited some related companies paid on the same price segment. Okay, that's the common sense. So this will be the another kind of features. So the number of times the customer ID visited any product, any product or any product, number of times customer visited any product type, same type product talking about. Those are number, how many times the customer ID visited related product. the same time. Okay, these are the okay. This will be the another features. Also, they have another pieces also price segment. In which price segment range they have visited mostly. Price segment. If you try to buy some mobiles in the range of thousands, 10,000s to 15,000s, so I think you have don't visited the Apple's mobile, iPhones page. Okay, so you will visit it like that in that price segment range mobile phone. Okay? That's the so these things are called the features vector. Corresponding these things corresponding these vectors are called the xis. These things are called the actually xis, and corresponding output of this is called the corresponding this called the output is called the yi. Yi. This is the simple. These features vector simple give us the out the feature. This numerical vector to our computations. This simple kind of features is gives us these vectors that will helps us to the further computation. Yep. I think you will got the idea how these features, how this relations database helps us. Means from these relational databases, we can conclude that corresponding customer ID, what kind of product, how many times it is visited, what is it is previously bought or not, and what is the product descriptions like that. We'll see these things and we will learn these things in details in the MySQL chapter, how these things are applicable on real world case studies. Okay. So, and the main thing is not only these features. Here, the main important concept that we have to know the domain knowledge. That is the main important part in every machine learning. How much domain knowledge you have on the specific tasks. Okay, domain knowledge is the it is the most important for any specific task. For any specific stuff. Okay, these are the thing. So this relational format of the database is simply using this type of concept. By using this kind of features concept, we will convert these features into some vector, and using this vector we will apply onto it for machine learning algorithms. I think you will get the point on this video, how this relational data helps us to convert our features vector, build our features vector. Okay.